ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Special Prosecutor Jack Smith. He should be very worried about his classified documents case being destroyed. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. So, Jack Smith, according to a legal expert on CNN, namely Elie Honig, who I believe is really one of the best out there. I'm sorry, I said his name wrong. It's actually Elie Honig. But he's one of the best out there, one of the fairest. He says that the moves that Judge Cannon is making in this trial are making it increasingly hard for Jack Smith to have this trial in time for the election, and really making it really hard for his case in general. So right now, he said Jack Smith should be very worried about what's going on. His case is in serious jeopardy. I believe it's a weak case to begin with, but I'm not an attorney. That being said, you know, a lot of presidents and vice presidents have held classified documents. We know that Joe Biden and Mike Pence are among them, but it goes back further than that. But Trump is the one they choose to prosecute. I believe they absolutely have a selective prosecution argument. But they also have several different arguments, like the Presidential Records Act argument. Now, Judge Cannon says she's not going to decide on that now, which really hurts Jack Smith, because if she decided on it now, well, they could take that and appeal it. But by not deciding it now, deciding it in the middle of the trial, let's say, if they try to present it as their defense, and she says, yeah, I'll allow that, he can't appeal it until after the decision. And at that point, it's too late, because if a man's found not guilty, you as the prosecutor can't appeal. And if he wins, why would he appeal it? So it really puts him in a tough situation. I want you to watch Mr. Honig describe it and tell you what's going on. And then please, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I always like to hear your thoughts on this stuff. I'm Carmine Sabia for Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.
Where does this leave the timeline of this case, Elie?
Well, a mess, in short. It was already, I think, no way that this case was going to get tried before the election, and now I think we have other pending issues. There is the question that Jim just alluded to about whether Jack Smith might try to go to an appeals court and force the judge's hand. I actually think what the judge did today forecloses that, makes it impossible to do that, because the judge said, well, we're going to decide when the trial happens, and maybe it's something that will go to the jury. You really can't appeal that if you're Jack Smith. And by the way, Bree, this is why I think Jack Smith is concerned with today's ruling. Although he won in the sense that the court did not dismiss the charges, if I'm Jack Smith, and I think Smith feels the same way, I'm very worried about this defense going to a jury, because it's confusing, because it's complicated, because it's technical, and prosecutors always want to tell a simple, straightforward story, and frankly, defendants want to muck things up. And as much as I think this defense lacks merit, I do think it could confuse a jury in a way that would worry me as a prosecutor.
Yeah, that may be the case. We may have heard the last of mandamus, at least for the time being, however. And for that, we may be thankful. Elie Honig, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Bree.